Hello and welcome to the Week 3 journal entry for the Theories of Innovation and Creativity course at Full Sail University for the Master of Science in Innovation and Entrepreneurship. This week, again, was kind of this full realization of being able to catch up. Definitely has been a challenging transition into going back to my master's degree. And I think that the reason why it's been so challenging, the one big realization this week, is that even though I have superficially understood, been told that I'm a perfectionist, I've really come to realize this. And in an effort to manage this sort of compulsion to have a polished product every time, that it has been helpful to do the outline, lay the groundwork, and kind of think about this concept of finish early, embellish later. That it has helped me to, get the reading done, to lay the foundation for my individual assignment, relieve me, to be able to do other duties and not have to focus so much on school. So, this is probably the biggest lesson that I've learned in this particular course. At least a personal lesson, as a personal lesson goes. As far as the actual assignments go, the discussion was very pleasing because it helped me to feel like I had a lot of commonalities. I felt like I'm more a part of this culture of change, that everyone embraces this change. It is very important. I think we all agree that creative culture is necessary in business in order to be considered an innovative business. And also this concept that not only do you have to have a solid innovation strategy, but you also need to be open to or consider that sort of evolution of your innovation process consistently as well. Just to speak to the creative culture, that it's very important for the creative culture to be a large part of your organization, because you can't change that easily. That what people get hired to be at your company for is often tied very closely into how much effort that they are going to be expected to, or what kind of effort they're expected of at that company. And if you hire people, if you're not a creative culture to start with, when people come to work with you, you're going to attract people who are either don't want that change, don't want change, or aren't used to change. And so you just have to start out that way, and it's to keep that in mind. Oh, and just to kind of go over that, we think of sort of inspirational admiral companies, creative companies like Disney, Pixar, Apple, Google, as those kinds of creative companies that we look up to, that everybody wants to work at. And it's no wonder. It's not that people like that don't exist. There's a lot of people out there that really do want creative culture, but you just have to start that way, and you have to remain that way in order to inspire that kind of culture and to continue in that way. As far as the individual assignment, there were some pros and cons. Pros, as a creative project, great. I love to be creative, especially in this degree. I think that it helps to practice at the very least. And it was interesting to find that my development process, I've been thinking about this for a long time, that the agile development process that I use in my software development firm should be able to be applied to management processes as well. And it's been gratifying to see how closely that innovation process is influenced by my development process as well. So it was useful to see that, as well as just generally getting an overview about my innovation strategy. As far as the cons go, that it was a little bit limited in its flexibility, that I had to kind of conform to this one pager, that it there wasn't enough level of detail in effect because of that. But there was a link that I was able to provide to the detail on Prezi, so I hope that's some sort of combination. As far as the application to the real world, it was really useful to get it down on paper. But it feels like that my strategy is much more clear due to that, and so I'm very satisfied how it has applied to my business. And then again, just with confidence, that I can't stress how important this has been to me. It's really been like, along with realizing that I am a perfectionist, that it kind of goes hand in hand with this feeling of confidence. And seeing other people go through the same processes, seeing some of those other sketches, and how mine, I feel that it compares against those. It just has been really satisfactory to go through this process and see how I stack up, and to see the sort of familiarity in the community feel as well, as far as other people that feel the same way. Generally that I do thank you for all of this, of course, and also I have a couple questions. I, first of all, can't wait to do the peer reviews, but I am wondering, as far as the peer review goes, and some of these questions may be answered here shortly with the assignment requirements, but I'm curious as to know if the peer review is of both of my classmates. Is the peer review itself due on Wednesday? Is that peer review like the final assignment, or is it just an assignment that's due on Wednesday and I will have a final draft? So I think I'm a little unclear how this peer review plays into the last week here. As far as the references are concerned, there's a few that I have listed here as the main references I used for this week. Definitely looking forward, and thank you. Have a good week.